Hi, friends. It's Mayor Sarah back to read you a story. I hope everybody's doing well once again. I am coming to you live from my son Wyatt's room with his basketball pillow and cool emojis. So he's got a couple stuffies and stuff. I hope you guys are all having a great weekend. It's been gorgeous outside. Getting a lot of fresh air and enjoying the sunshine. So today's book is called My Brave Year of Firsts. And this is kind of a first for all of us, this corona virus stuff, isn't it? We're all kind of going through it together. So this is definitely a first for that. The first time I rode a two-wheeler alone, I crashed and my mom filmed it on her iPhone. I crashed and I crashed. Dad ran out of steam. He let go. I went straight. Mom filmed as she screamed. I suppose a lot of your moms film you on their phones too, huh? I got my first pet and rescued a lab. Keith. I chose him because we were both missing front teeth. Oh, that's funny. They have something in common. I'll take care of him, I said with a boast. Till the first time I picked up his poop, ugh, it was gross. We've had to do a lot of that this weekend. Poop picking up. My first day, I walked straight into first grade. My teacher, Miss Apple, said, "Don't be afraid." At first, I felt like I might not fit in. Then I made my first friends, my very first twins. Cool. I struggled at first to learn to tie my shoes. My sweet Auntie Cookie showed me some choices to use. Bunny ears, classic, loop over, underneath. I tried and tried till at last I could too. It kind of takes a lot to learn how to tie shoes, doesn't it? I took riding lessons and a pony called Ace. The first time I fell, I got a scrape on my face, but then I held on and I learned how to trot. That giddy up as I go and a whoa to stop. First grade was fun. New first every day. What a homonym was. What elephants weigh? A lot, I'm assuming. Not all were firsts were fun. Some firsts were hard. When I stole Zoe's pencil, I couldn't play in the yard. Oh, so playing fair. That's very important. I asked for permission from my parents to walk with Keith and the twins first time round the block. We took some supplies and carried Mom's phone. We felt all grown up to be out on our own. I went with my class to the public library. At first, it seemed huge and a little bit scary. Then Joel, the librarian, got me my own card. I found my first book. It wasn't that hard. I also got caught in my very first lie. My parents were cross. I started to cry. I learned a first lesson that to stand up and say I did something wrong makes it okay. Always tell the truth. No matter what happens, truth is better than lying. For the very first time, I worked with my father. At his restaurant, I would not be a bother. I put out the hot sauce that makes your ears steam. As a waitress, I was a real part of his team. Ooh, she's working at the restaurant there. I see this person must have had some hot sauce over here. Right here. It looks like they're pretty spicy. My first kept on coming, my first pony show, my first tummy flu that made me go and go. My first big girl heels that made me feel tall, like Miss Sarah uses. My first ballet class, my first game of t-ball. We all love something, and I love shoes. My fabulous first was a triathlon medal for my age and group, a swim, a run, and a pedal. I raced against time. It was quite a test. While some tried to win, but I just tried my best, which is so important. We don't always win, but as long as we try our best, that's what matters. I got my first case of the giggles in school when the boy who seats over started to drool. Then the milk I was drinking came out of my nose, and I turned very red from my head to my toes. I wanted to learn to make a rope skip, but for all of my tries, I just learned to trip. It was very hard to connect hands and feet till the first time it worked, and it was a great feat. I remember we were doing jump rope in gym class. I found a small beetle who was missing a leg. I got him a box and I named him Greg. I punched a few holes to save him from cats and added some grass to my first bug habitat. Cool. He named his bug Greg. That's cute. I got my first bee sting, and boy, did it hurt. I shouldn't have walked barefoot in the dirt. I sold some flat rocks that I painted and signed, and I made a donation for the very first time. I tried for the first time to taste my mom's truffles that apparently come from when pigs use their snuffles. She put them in pasta with broccoli and stems. Try it, she said, but I'll never like them again. Sometimes just best to try something. You might know if you might not like it. At the end of the summer, I tubed on my own. I bounced on the water like skipping a stone. The lake was glassy, smooth, and dark, and cold. I held on a signal just like I was told. After the s'mores, we camped by the lake, my very first tent that my dad let me stake. All cozy and warm in my bag with a pad, I thought all about the fun first that I had had. Cool. Lots of firsts she's having. And I climbed the big rock as I was old enough now. My dad showed me the step by step so I would know how. I looked down at the lake. I jumped out without fear. When I came up and smiled, the entire lake cheered. Look at that. They're all happy for him or her. They're all excited that she did it. Some firsts just happen. Some come when I try. Some firsts make me smile. Some firsts make me cry. But I know at the moment, though I've known it all along, that things first happen when I'm brave, true, and strong. The end. That was a good book. Maybe you could talk about something that you tried for the first time, whether it be food, skateboarding, doing a flip on the trampoline, something fun like that. So every day, make it a first. Have a good day, and we'll see you soon for another book. Mwah. Love you all. Bye.